Great.
Mark,
Well,
I'll tell you all
Mark,
the juicy details.
yeah,
Yeah, please.
we'll provide a
Schmigley's just taking a
play-by-play.
nap. That's all it is. He got really tired.
That
It's
is
fine. I'm just eternally nosy. Technically, I probably shouldn't listen to this so that I can be extra surprised and reactive when Iris gets back, but I'm just nosy as fuck.
no, it's all good. But yeah, Mark, we'll post some highlights for you. Don't worry.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All
Well, I
right.
hope you guys have a fun session.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Wow. This immediately got way more intimate.
All it
Oh my
takes is
god.
just one person to drop out.
Are we good? We're gonna dive right into this?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Do I
Why
have
did
enough water?
why did Beth leave?
It's
Oh,
entirely possible that Discord did the thing again.
no, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Okay.
All right. So this is a very special episode. This is a conversation with the Harvester entity, which is something I have been planning for like months now. So real quick, what happened last time? What happened last time?
Oh, well, what happened last time was the Harvester entity was coming up through the floor of the facility, and by through the floor of the facility, I mean out of a volcano that the facility was on top of. And in the midst of that, Lola was telling us, "Oh, well, it's just this very funny thing that you just have to like do this puzzle number 24 real quick. It's just a jumping quest over a pit of lava directly into the super volcano. Nothing problematic. But you see, none of us could jump good or really climb good, so it was kind of a struggle. And then Boo showed up, and he said, "Hey guys, everyone's allowed in except Madeline. Actually, Madeline sucks and is a traitor, so we're gonna let Madeline go back into the wild, like a catch and release fish, and we got rid of her. And then, while we were trying to figure out if the iPad should be readable, Iris despawned because they figured it out by reading it. They didn't figure it out; they just read it."
And what did it say?
And well, you see, it simply said that the harvester entity is Iris,
And then you vanished.
which is quite silly.
And you popped up in the Harvester's lair.
A
And
very bustling lair.
a very bustling lair, very busy. And the Harvester, who indeed looks shockingly similar to you, has offered you tea and a hell of a conversation. And so, as you're sort of being guided down this hallway, the Harvester says, okay. I have spent a lot of time thinking about how I was going to do this.
Mhm.
And God, after everything, right? First question that comes into your head, shoot.
Why?
Yeah, that's a great one. That is phenomenal. Super complicated. So, just like, so let's start at the beginning, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Iris.
Yes.
And in my universe, I had my own Cosma and I had my own Chrysanthemum. They were already ascended, not like yours, right? They're just sort of muddling around. But these were brilliant people and powerful people. And sort of similar to you, we had an interest in the unknown and the supernatural. So we would go on adventures and we would solve problems. And it was all great until we found the stones. You must be familiar with the stones already.
Yeah, the ones that I can kind of touch.
Correct. Yes. We found them, and we would later come to understand these as a sort of glitch between universes, almost like a copy and paste error, if you can believe it. But at the time, this was brand new, untested territory. And what we found is if we reached out, we could hear something on the other side. There were people, there was an entire world through the stones. And so, Cosmo, Chrysanthemum, and myself began work on what would eventually become mankind's greatest project, the vessel. We communicated with the other side, and through our experimentation found that by exploiting a mental link between two identical bodies on either side, we could weaken the tear between reality. People who survived this sort of entanglement of their two universal selves, well, they helped weaken the boundary. And those that died, something really, really fucked up happened to them. It, well, I'm sure you saw, it creates a hole, a direct hole between universes. And so we built this vessel that would allow for someone to make the leap into this other universe that we'd found. I volunteered and we opened it and I went through. And armed with the knowledge of Cosma and the power of Chrysanthemum, Iris, I was a god. I was certainly a big scary machine and reduced to a fraction of myself. But I stopped wars. I cured disease. I led humanity into the stars, Iris. We left Earth. We colonized galaxies under my leadership. Can you believe that?
It's pretty cool.
But all the while, there was this something nagging at me. Why? Why were there two universes? And if there were two, were there more? The idea consumed me, consumed my every thought. But humans weren't interested in exploring that. They still had their own problems. They wanted to live their lives among the stars. They weren't interested in the problems of God. So eventually I just hit a point where I conquered them. All of them. I conquered all of them, which was amazing. I mean, we're talking like millions of years of advancements past where we're at now. Do you know how many bodies that is? Do you know how many souls that is? But I conquered
At least
them.
11.
It is. It's at least 11. But
Maybe more.
I needed them. I needed them to help me understand why there were two universes. And as we did our study, and they were a lot more willing to help me after that, boy, we found more. You know, these things were popping up like flies, Iris, universes. So I did it again. I contacted the next universe. I worked with them. We sacrificed God knows how many people so that another portal could open, and I went through it. This time, I did not hesitate. I conquered them all instantly. But even though I conquered the last group, there were still resistances, right? So this one, Universe 3, let's call it, I did something a little bit different. See, Iris, how far along are you with your powers?
Well, the thing is, I can move stuff, and I can kind of get to... Assumedly, here is the same place I've been going the last times I've seen you.
Sort of. Hang on, don't interrupt my flow.
Okay.
So yeah, you're like, this is baby Iris magic hours. You are so much more powerful than you realize. And oh man, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, I didn't just conquer the next universe. I took them over mind, body, and soul.
Ah,
And there was
fine.
this beautiful compounding effect, right? It started off so small, but eventually I had enough power that, oh my gosh, even concepts, time, fate, heaven, hell, all under my command. So there were no more rebellions. There was no more nonsense. We became a concentrated force, all driving across universes to figure out who the fuck is doing this. You can interrupt now. Yeah. Doing what? Doing what? Is that what you're
what?
gonna say? Yeah. Great
Yeah.
question. Who is making these universes? Right? Now, within a universe, you have concepts. I don't know if you know much about concepts. They're sort of the forces that power things. Reality, time, fate, luck. Oh my God, the list goes on, and they all aid in the sort of manipulation of one universe. But they
Mhm.
didn't just get there, you know? There's always a beginning. Someone or something is out here making these. Just billions of them. Over and over again, and leaving behind these microscopic imperfections in the form of these rocks. But it's like a copy paste. We're just doing the same shit over and over again. Do you think your problems are unique? They are barely unique. Each universe is a little bit different, not nearly enough. So, in terms of why I am traveling through universes, taking over everyone in my path to aid in advanced formulas, research, to get to the end of this and kill God.
Well, I mean, isn't there like an argument to be made that you're God at this point, and like, does it really matter to you anymore?
Yes, it is
Okay.
my everything. Now, in terms of
Okay.
am I God? Like, yeah, sort of, technically, yes. This right here, right? You've seen the vessel. You know, we've talked in the vessel, you
Well,
know?
I've certainly seen like the leg of the vessel and like the hand of the vessel.
I mean, we got that shit ironed out in a couple 100,000 years. Like, oh man, the amount of me that's left after that first jump, crazy. How little of me there is left. But I have so much raw power that I can do shit like this. This is my realm, Iris. This is me.
So is this like outside of the universes? This is just like your own pocket, you here
Yeah,
place?
it's basically like a traveling dimension that I'm able to carry from universe to universe.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it. And of course, you've seen some of my exhibits.
I saw that cheese guy.
You saw Cheese. Your friend Cosma saw Cat Time. That was almost really bad, by the way.
Hold on, I have a question.
Yes.
Not to interrupt you, because you've said this a few times and I still don't understand it. You keep saying Cosmo, but
Yeah.
I have Cosmo and Ozma, who
No,
are two
it's
different people.
Listen,
Can you elaborate on that at all?
Really not my place to get into their business, but let's be totally clear here, right? Cosmo, Ozma, Catherine, fucking call them what you want. It's Cosma. Inevitably, one way or another, it's Cosma.
But how do they get to that point?
Oh, it's gruesome. It's really bad. You think the shit I'm doing is bad? It's pretty bad, to be honest with you. But like, Heart and Stone? Fuck. Those guys
So what did
are
they like?
crazy.
Like, what did they like? Take her apart?
No. No, it's in the brain. Right? There's yeah. No, they're all it's like I don't want to spend too much time on this, Iris, because I got to talk about you and me. But you know, just to real quickly summarize it, it's It's pretty gnarly, but the end result's Cosmo. That's the goal. Cosmo's the goal, you know?
Okay.
So, that's why. And can I guess like what you're thinking right now?
Sure.
You're thinking like, how do I kill this guy? How do I stop this? Right?
Actually, like, no. I was actually thinking about if I had all of my energy back, if I could put Cosmo and Ozma together. But, your ideas are good too, actually.
You want you want Cosmo to eat Ozma's brain?
No. I was just thinking, like, maybe if my telekinesis powers were strong enough, I could, like, fuse them as if their bodies were made of light, but they're not. They're made of flesh. So, that's on me. That was kind of maybe a little gruesome.
Okay. Wow. Crazy stuff. What were we talking about? Right. My collection. So, you saw a few of my little exhibits, right? So like 99.9% of humans, angels, devils, demons, concepts, aliens. Oh my god, Iris, the aliens. Holy shit. We don't have time for that right now. Well, I'll give you the grand tour eventually. Most of them I just take over. But sometimes the universe malfunctions and things are sort of just different enough that like time is a cat, for instance. So those end up in my personal collection.
Okay. What about cheese?
Right.
Is cheese special?
Cheese, yes. Not really. No, cheese himself is not like anything to write home about. Cheese is bait. sort of pun intended. Great, like mousetrap cheese,
You try and get like a rodent or something?
or something. Getting a little bit ahead of myself now. So in all of this, in you got to think billions of years of doing this. I have never met an Iris who is able to do what you can do.
Which is?
Which is travel unscathed between universes. That's where you've been going, right? The last universe that I conquered, right?
That place sucks, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but again, you can't try and kill God without cracking a few eggs and taking over universes. You ever play, like, my God, remember Blyrim?
Yeah.
I had Blyrim too. And by the time I'd done my like third playthrough, you know how it just like starts to get a little old? You start to feel a little numb. The cool characters, you're like, yep, there's Bilbo again. You feel a little looser about like maybe taking them out back,
Mm-hmm.
It works like that cosmically too, from universes. Anyway, never met another Iris who can do what you do. So so I want to talk to you about something.
Mm-hmm.
But first, my sales pitch. What if I told you I would go away? I can't undo the earthquakes or the volcano. So sorry about that, right? But what if I told you that I could just leave and I would just go on to another universe? What would you think about that, Iris?
I would think that there is a really big but attached to it.
I think you'll find the but is very reasonable. The harvester says, in exchange for leaving, what I need are 3 souls. That's it. Now,
Ooh.
should I get the first one out of the way first?
Assumedly, I'm going to be one of them.
You are one of them. The most important one. Iris, in exchange for saving your universe, I will grant you dominion over it. You come with me. We spend a couple million years honing your skills. After that, you can do whatever you want. Travel universes, save lives, be a better harvester than I ever was. Right? You don't have to go around harvesting people. Find your own goals, do your own thing. It's an open world, right? So yeah, no, so you will be coming with me. but that's not, but don't get hung up on that, okay? Let's keep going. You know, hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. I want to keep this one nice and short because this is one of our shortest episodes ever. Of course, it's such an intimate conversation. I want to get you right back into it. Just want to give you a few very short updates that after next week, we will be taking the rest of 2024 off to enjoy some time with our family and loved ones. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited for 2025. We have a number of big announcements coming up at the start of the year that I am really excited for, and I hope you are too. Remember to tell a friend, rate, comment, subscribe, smash the like button. Join us on our premieres every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We're at Tin Podcast on YouTube, so come join the premieres. They're a lot of fun. And don't forget about patreon.com/tincast, our financial support for the show, which is why it's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emmy Lynn Laderna, Charlie Rose, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you, guys. That was all one breath. That was probably a little too much for one breath. Anyway, stay safe, drink lots of water. Let's get back into the madness and join us again next week. No, you get comfy. I wasn't almost done. All right. Have a great week. And so they lead you down back to Cheese's hamster cage. And Cheese is completely frozen, like where you saw him last time. And the harvester says, "Good old Charlie." Am I right? So, yeah, Charlie is not unique. But his grandfather sure is. Have you, just stop me if you've heard this one before. Have you ever heard of Cash Money Danger McStinky?
Vaguely.
You know, they have a cult-like following and all that.
Yeah, I've heard of like the cult.
Yeah. No, that's a real guy. And he died, right? And he was down in hell. And then like a cult leader rose up from the dead to go like you know, tell people the good word, and it's stuck. People are all about Cash Money Danger McStinky. That is a universal anomaly, Iris.
Oh, so it's like a Chase Blanco pop.
It is exactly, yes. Oh my God, I knew he would get it. Yes, it is exactly like a Chase Blanco pop. So what I need is Cash Money Danger McStinky. Wrapped up, hand delivered, right back here. So that's 1. 2. I mentioned you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 2. This third one, Iris. I'm not proud of this one. Okay. And they lead you over to this empty pedestal. And there's like a really dim sort of spotlight on it, and the rest of it is sort of you know, dusty and covered in cobwebs. And there's a plaque on it, which is the harvester steps over, kind of put their arms by their waist and say, "I'll admit, this is my greatest shame." You can go over and read it if you want.
I guess I'll do that. I go over and I read it.
It says, "Greg of the Gardens."
That's gonna be really tough because he can't leave.
He can't leave. Yeah, he can't leave.
That's crazy. You know, he literally can't leave so hard that the universe I went to, he actually was literally still there.
Yes, I know.
So, like, how are you planning to get him?
I'm not. You are, presumably. And if
Well,
and
how
when
the
you
fuck am
do-
I supposed to get him?
Oh, Iris, I don't know. But you have all the
Hold-
time in the
hold on.
world.
But hold on. Actually, you know what? I'll entertain that for a second, but I'll entertain it for a second in a minute because I actually have follow-up questions. Since we've solved my who else question that I was going to ask by just being told. When you say I would get trained to do presumably everything that you can because I would be part of we'd be like together, we'd be like connected, part of each other or
No,
something
no,
like
no, no,
that.
no. We
Oh, I'd
won't.
be like a new.
Yes, brand
Oh,
new.
okay. Okay. That actually brings up a second question, but the first question I had I'll start with, which is when I'm like if when if I'm a new harvester entity, time control?
Time control. Yes. Good question. Actually, that is one of my powers. I have control over metabolism. It's actually one of the first things that I can sort of execute my will over. Yeah, sort of like the reaching claws of influence. I don't do it much. Yeah. Oh, this wasn't really was this your question? Hang on.
Like,
Let me finish my thought. So Caldera, right? They're all immortal.
uh-huh.
Super slowed down metabolisms, right? But then the other opposite is true too, where I can make that shit speed up basically instant death.
Oh, I'm more talking. I didn't necessarily mean over people. I guess I should have clarified that. I'm talking about like time as like the flow of time for the planet. Like, assumedly, we'd go and do stuff, and like the world would continue to like super volcano erupt, and then I would come back. Would I come back to this moment,
So
or would it
that's
be like in the future?
that is a great question. I'm glad you asked. So time kind of sucks at his job, to be honest with you, and the consequence of his incompetence is that time gets really confusing. So
Mm-hmm.
here's basically how things are going to go once you get back. So you've been very fortunate in your training, and I saw to a lot of this myself, just so you know, uh, where time, the flow of it is going to be more or less irrelevant. And you are going to be able to go and collect those souls. All right, let's just lay it all out here, right? You could try and kill me too. You could try and do that. That would be very foolish. You know, because I have personal control over what might as well be infinite life forms, right? You don't
Mm-hmm.
beat an army like the one I have. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just let's just put that out there, right? All cards on the table, no wrong answers. But back to the meat of the topic. So while you are helping me get the souls that I need, there will be sort of a version of me, yes, that is indeed wreaking havoc across your planet, and then presumably your universe as well. Now, where it gets fun is when you come back, you're going to come back 5 minutes from the time where I leave you. That's the amount of time I'm going to give you to collect the souls that I've asked for. 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am not a creature of this universe and I am not written into time, none of that should matter. None of the conquering or, all the fun stuff I'm going to do shouldn't really leave an impact on any part of the timeline.
So I have to figure out how to go to hell and get a dead guy and get back to the hotel for Greg and get back here. I'm like half blinking one eye in 5 minutes, or I'm doing that in 5 minutes, or I have to do it within 5 minutes or the world is exploded or something.
Iris, buddy, How the fuck are you gonna do all that in 5 real minutes?
Listen, that's what I'm wondering. I just am a little. Listen, you've been doing this for a while, and I have been doing it for approximately. I look at my wrist that doesn't have a watch on it. No minutes. So
It's true. No, no, no. You have all of the tools you need, I assure you. Yeah, you'll probably want to work out your beef with the frogs. That's going to help you tremendously with actual time stuff. And then, of course, you have resources like Temperina and Beauregard, who are also well mastered time travelers. You have all the time in the world.
do you know when Greg got there, or was he just like always
I
there?
have no fucking idea.
Okay.
That's I can't stress this enough. I need you to figure that out because frankly, Greg is pissing me off. He does this shit every universe.
Okay.
So, come on. Give me a little credit. This is a good deal, right?
I can't say I'm not considering it.
I know. I know. I know. It let's be real, right? You came over here and you were like, "Oh my god, the harvester. This is going to be horrible. What could they possibly want with me?" Right? You know? No, we have fun here. We have fun here. This is it's pretty cool. Yeah, no. So, let's just go over the deal quick if you're good with that. So,
Yeah.
again, can't undo the volcano. There's some injury, there's some death associated with that. I apologize for that. And of course, I also can't take back the tens of thousands of people over the millennia that I did have a hand in killing so that I could escape into this universe.
Mm-hmm.
But for the low, low price of your cooperation, one sinner from hell, and Greg of the fucking Gardens, I will go.
You do drive a hard bargain, and I do have ideas thinking in my thinker. Can I ask for assistance before I leave?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
Well,
I'm
I mean, I was
really
just gonna
busy.
ask for like, oh, I was just gonna ask if like if you were like able to, I don't know, maybe give me a little bit of health or like ability to do magic again.
Oh, that's what you want? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah, I've just like had this shit kicked out of me for the past 24 hours, so
with a flick of a wrist, Iris, you are restored to full health, and your magic points are restored to full as well.
wow. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Pretty cool of me, huh? That's
Yeah. Do you have like a this is gonna be so silly considering I can assumedly use magic to come here again if I so desired it. Um, do you have like a phone number I can call you on or
no,
something?
no.
No? Okay.
Let's
Well, you know,
be
it was worth a shot.
totally clear here. This is going to be our last conversation until you come back here.
Do I have to come back with like both of them at the same time, or can I bring them at like a one at a time situation?
The harvester folds their arms and says, "That actually is a really good question. I would definitely prefer group delivery. That would be
Mhm.
the ideal. I guess if it doesn't work out that way, oh, I'm going to need a few minutes to put one away. So, how about we say bring the first one within 2 minutes and then the other one within 5.
Okay.
Pretty reasonable, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. I got a really good feeling about this one. I got to show you something else. Come on. And they start scampering on down the hallway. Not pulling you this time though.
I follow.
You follow down to this like arena. It's
Mhm.
still encompassed with like a huge ceiling, but it's like you're in a football stadium. And the harvester would be walking out like just straight onto the field, and all around is a deafening applause. And you hear, "Iris, Iris, come on, you got to see this."
Okay. I follow a little bit more hustly.
Filling the stands are people. And you don't recognize most of them. There's like some of them, Iris, are grotesquely massive, like 8 or 9 feet tall and
Mhm.
wide to match. But you recognize gunslingers and extinguishers and Colleens dotting the audience. You see? You know who these guys are?
Is this Caldera?
It's Caldera! It's not just a Caldera, it's all of the Calderas. You see, in exchange for their loyalty, I don't control them. They've suffered enough, right? Really.
Mhm.
So they just get to hang out in paradise all the time. And they have full faculties. Hang on a second. And they summon a microphone. And they say, "Hello, Caldera! How are we doing today? Hey, what did I tell you? I told you there was going to be a surprise, and here they are. It's another Iris who can travel across universes. Iris, do you want to say a few words?" And you find a microphone in your hand.
Hi.
You hear deafening applause.
I like lower the microphone. This is like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, right? It's cool. Notice anything else about them, Iris?
I squint.
Yeah, there's a face that does not jump out at you. You do not see a singular instance of broad-shouldered short businessman in a suit.
No Brad?
Absolutely no Brad.
Is he like
No.
a hater, or do we just not like him?
Brad has a really fun way, and this is a universal constant of fucking up and going like, crazy. basically. Now, there's no Brads allowed. I don't have a Brad in my collection.
Okay. Is it like this is gonna be so funny. Is it like the thing where he like very casually gets arrested by time and then they like, I don't know, do whatever they do with him?
What, you think time's gonna stop me from conquering someone? No.
No, I just think that maybe like time eats Brad sometimes or something. I don't know. I've never actually met him. I've only ever met the frogs, like some of them.
No, Brad gets ideas in Brad's head about, conquering reality or, a son dying. It's always a whole thing. But hey, Iris to Iris, after you get back, forget about Brad. He's just not worth it,
Okay.
So, and they snap, and you're instantly teleported back where you started. And they say, "That is the Grand Tour."
Well, it's a nice place.
Yeah, no, we do a lot of good work here. Yeah, maintenance impeccable. My grasp on the fabric of reality unstoppable. It's it's good. We have fun here. Yeah. So,
Okay.
we're getting pretty close to the point in time where I'm going to send you back to your friends.
Okay.
A bit of a word of advice. You don't have to listen to me, okay? It's not like I've done this billions of times before. If your Cosma and your Chris aren't ascended, which I don't believe they are, call it a hunch. They're probably not going to be super receptive to all of this.
Probably not.
So, food for thought. Maybe just lie to them.
Opinion on Boo?
Who?
Boo? Beauregard?
Beauregard. Last name?
Rivers?
Right. I have some of those. Yeah. Annoying. Stick in the mud. Probably not going to be super on board if you tell them, "Oh, I think we're going to help the harvester."
Okay. I think I can work with that.
Good. Good.
I think I have ideas in my head. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
So, write this down. Right?
Mhm.
You got a little pen and paper?
I take out a notepad and I take out a pencil.
Yeah. First order of business, All right? Clear up your beef with the frogs. You're probably going to want their help. It's nice when you can mess with time in a way that time always happened. Might not want to do it all the time. There's also benefits to messing with time in a way where you're updating things. Right? Pros and cons, pros and cons. But definitely think you're probably going to need both avenues here. Shoot, other than that, if I were you, I would stay very far away from now because I don't know if you've had the pleasure of inhaling the sort of mind control smoke.
No, not yet, unfortunately.
I need a better name for that. Oh my god. Things you don't think about when you're
Smog.
not talking to other people, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't come back here so that you don't inhale it.
Okay, so like come back in the past more.
Go back to the past. Yeah.
Cool.
If I were you, I'd find like a cozy safe haven, some faraway town, some faraway win. And yeah, once you have that, you can pretty much do whatever you want for as long as you need to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Man. Wow. I feel good. Do you feel what I'm feeling, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like,
maybe.
it's the energy here. Oh, chills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, any final comments, questions, concerns?
I'm assuming cheese was used as like an example or like a display example. I was just curious if you're gonna put him back if I bring cash money.
Yeah, no, cheese is useless. I was hoping his all-powerful grandfather was gonna come and like rescue him or something. No
I don't
such
think
luck.
he knows about him.
No,
I think
I
he's
don't.
like
I don't
literally
think
dead.
I think he's like probably not of his right mind. That'd be my guess. So yeah, no. Cheese has no meaning to me.
Can I take him?
No.
No? Why? You just said he has no meaning to you.
So the harvester has been like this whole time, all smiles, all laughs, but something dark clouds their eyes, and they say, "Let's call it collateral."
Okay. You didn't have to get that scary about it.
Sorry,
just cheese.
sorry, I'm sorry. I know it's just cheese. It's just cheese. I don't talk to people a lot, you know.
I figured. It looks like there's just you and me and Iris and maybe more Iris.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's other irises and Cosmos and Chris. I've conquered plenty of them, you know, but you're right. I'm not really using them for casual conversation. So, yeah, that's me. That's what I do. This is the start of something really promising.
Yeah. Oh, one last nosy question, sorry. I like the perils of dying are a very real possibility for me as a being of flesh and non-ascendant godhood to a degree. Are you like able to keep an eye on me to like intervene if something like that were to happen, or is it just kind of like there's like predetermined points in time that you grab me out of and like we can only interact here?
Yeah, no. I'm not really going to be keeping an eye on you. And
Okay,
presumably,
well, that's
you're
fine.
going to be going back to a point in time far before we've had this conversation.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. I can still work with that.
Yeah. You got a lot to work with. You got some good people on your side. You know, careful who you tell about this whole thing. Again, I think you'll see some skeptics, but between the two of us, we get it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, chills again. Oh, good stuff. Great stuff. So, yeah, I guess gonna send you back now.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see me real soon. 2 minutes from now, I am expecting Cash or Gregly. No, not Gregly. Don't bring me Gregly.
No, not Gregly. Gregly's like a think. He like killed someone. Can you believe it? What a criminal. Greg of the Gardens is who you want.
Gregly Gardens is who I want. Yeah, and who you're gonna bring me. Okay, bye!
Bye.
And you are booped out. And with that, my voice is hurting. But is very reasonable. And I will tell you about it as soon as I help my wife take in groceries.
Okay. Well, I hope Iris, the harvester entity's wife, is really pretty.
Yo, fuck the harvester I'm glad Cosmo's not there. Cosmo would be a belligerent. He'd have so much more patience than me.
Cosmo would be like, "You piece of shit," and Iris is just like, I guess
Literally,
I'll start taking notes.
I don't even think I was like directly mad at Boo anymore. I think I like forgave Boo a little bit for the way he acted, especially after meeting Teen Boo. But then seeing him again, all pissed off and smuggy, it pissed me off really fast.
Neuron activated.
Like when we all calm down, I want to talk to him, be like, "Hey, man, I liked
Okay.
your family.
I've been through a lot.
I know what happened with your fam. I'm sorry, bud. But the joke is that I don't actually know what happened to his fam. So I'm excited about that.
It's Kaya time.
I'm so excited to talk to Boo about his family. I'm so excited. Ma'am. Wait, so Max isn't here. He
Yeah.
won't know about this.
Until
you really
he edits
gonna
the episode.
Well, yeah, but he'll know eventually when you probably give him the actual answer. Are you gonna join the Cyrus or are you gonna go against them?
I don't know.
See-
I genuinely have no idea.
See, I totally understand because I too spent half the season wondering how this would all come about. And that if I reached a certain point, specifically if Ozma died or I became at odds with specifically you, sorry, less Chris, but like specifically Iris, because Iris and Cosmo are so close now,
Mhm.
that I would lose the last remaining shred of like major sanity I had, and I was gonna go into full like meltdown, murder, terrorist, bad guy. Not
Cosmo
like
hitting
just
in her sinister evil era.
huh?
Cosmo hitting her sinister evil era.
Cosmo was there. I'm gonna be honest though, I'm gonna probably take that moment of like Ozma looking at me in horror with the gun to heart to try to be less evil because like my evil campaign wasn't even smart in that like it was to go against time. I was literally gonna have Cosmo try and kill all the frogs so they could go kill time so they could just destroy time for what they assumed was the murder of their father. Um but that's 100% all Caldera's doing anyway. If he's even dead, I think he might have faked it because I think he's an immortal.
That would be crazy, actually.
Okay, think about it. So, like, imagine if they have these ways of like going into like rest states, so you don't have to just straight up live for like 5 to 8,000 years by turning yourself into a fucking rock.
Mm,
And that
okay.
was his thing: is he just turned hard as a rock.
Interesting.
So, I think he's still alive, and I think I'm gonna snap over that and go back to destroying Caldera from the ground up. But like when I was thinking about like what does villain Cosmo look like, I was like, I think villain Cosmo has lost everything there is to lose. And I was reading about villain archetypes, and I was like, maybe I'll be that one. Like if I was to go villain and like only occasionally play Cosmo and like play another main player character, I was gonna have Cosmo literally be like, "There is nothing in this world worth fighting for, only that worth dying for," and just go down that route. So, like, I'm gonna get off now, but I'm very excited to see where this goes. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm excited to hear the back half of the conversation. Kaya, come here, baby. Would you stop scratching like that? Kaya, come here.
But I gotta sit there scratching, going plink, plink, plink.
She is. She's going plink, 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 plink. Kaya.
Is she biting her toes in that way that you hate?
Nah, she's just scratching right now. It's not her fault. Oh, she's going. Okay.
Excommunicated.
Excommunicated.